Welcome to the Explainer. You know, our digital world is constantly under pressure, always at risk of failing or being attacked. So today, we're going to break down the two silent guardians that keep everything running, monitoring and logging. They might sound similar, but trust me, they're totally different, and you absolutely cannot have one without the other.
Okay, so let's just dive right into it by starting with a really basic problem that pretty much anyone who manages a digital system has to deal with.
Yeah, these two questions, they're really everything, aren't they? How do you see what's happening right now, this very second? And how do you play detective and figure out what went wrong yesterday or last week? Well, the answer lies in two super powerful processes. It's best to think of them as the inseparable twins of network health.
All right, so let's meet our first twin, monitoring. This one is all about the here and now. It's the live action, what is happening on your network this very instant.
And the key word here, you got to remember, is active. Monitoring isn't just sitting back and waiting for something to break. Nope, it's on high alert, 24/7, constantly watching. It's kind of like, well, it's like a tool a doctor would use.
And this is just a brilliant way to think about it. A heart monitor, right? It doesn't tell you about a problem that happened yesterday. It's the thing that goes beep, beep, beep the second a vital sign crosses a dangerous line. That's exactly what network monitoring does. The whole goal is to catch problems the moment they start, a lot of the time before a single user even has a clue something's wrong.
So what are these vital signs we're talking about? Well, it's stuff like this. The real basics, like is a server even turned on? Is the network getting totally clogged with traffic? Is data moving super slowly, or worse, is it just disappearing? Is a server's processor about to completely overheat? These are the live numbers that tell you the immediate health of your system.
Okay, so that's monitoring. Now let's bring in the second twin, logging. You're going to see how this one paints a completely different but just as critical picture for us.
So if monitoring is that live, real-time feed, then logging, well, logging is like the system's diary. It meticulously writes down every single important thing that happens, slaps a timestamp on it, and creates this incredibly detailed story of everything that's happened in the past.
And this black box analogy is it's perfect. Seriously, think about it. A plane's black box is totally useless to the pilots while they're flying. Its only job is to give investigators the full story after something goes terribly wrong. That is the exact role of logging. It's not about real-time alerts. It's all about forensic, after-the-fact investigation.
And the amount of detail logs can capture is it's incredible. We're talking every single time someone tries to log into a server and fails, it's in the log. Every time your firewall blocks a sketchy connection from somewhere, yep, it's logged. It is a vast, detailed history of pretty much everything that has ever happened on your network.
Okay, so let's pull this all together and put them side by side. On one side, you have monitoring. That's your real-time watcher, the heart monitor, and it's always asking, what's happening right now? On the other side, you've got logging. That's your historical recorder, the black box, and its question is, what happened? One is looking at the present, the other is investigating the past. And as we're about to see, if you don't have both, you're basically flying blind.
Because here's the thing, on their own, they're useful for sure. But together, that's when their real power, it's almost like magic, is unleashed. That's when they become this single, unstoppable team.
Okay, let's walk through how they'd tackle a real-world attack together. It all starts with an alert. The heart monitor, our monitoring tool, starts screaming, web server CPU is at 95%. Whoa, that's the symptom. But what's the cause? So the admin immediately turns to the other twin, pulling up the black box, the logs, from that exact moment in time. And boom, there it is. The logs reveal the why, a massive flood of connection attempts all coming from one single IP address. It's a classic attack. And because they have that crucial piece of history from the logs, they can take immediate action and block the attacker for good. You see, monitoring spotted the smoke, but logging told them where the fire was.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds like super high-tech stuff for big corporations, right? Well, guess what? These same ideas are at work right on the computer you're probably using to watch this.
You can actually see this for yourself, right now. On a Windows PC, open up your Task Manager and click on the Performance tab. See those squiggly lines jumping up and down showing your CPU and memory use? That's monitoring in its simplest form. Now, open up a tool called Event Viewer. That, my friends, is logging. It might look a little intimidating, but buried in there is a detailed, time-stamped record of almost everything that's happened on your computer, including every single time you've successfully logged in. One is the live pulse, the other is the detailed diary.
So when you boil it all down, the main thing to take away is this. Through monitoring and logging, your network, your computer, your whole digital life, it's constantly talking to you. It's telling you how it feels right now, and it's telling you the story of its past. The only real question is, have you set up the tools you need to both watch what's happening and listen to its story?